telling me what those two pathways were, please?
So the pathway is the lead generation
Yeah.
and AI, the AI.
Okay, which one are you leaning towards the most?
Um, I actually really like the AI because I just want to piggyback the AI trend, because we need to capture that. We need to capture that, potential. So yeah, I mean, I'm not I don't have any technical background, but I think it would be just really cool it's much cooler and it's much more trendy to have AI stuff, and perhaps yeah, I just think it's cooler. I'm sorry.
Okay. And what were the niches that were given to you?
Wait.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
What were the niches that were given to you for AI?
The AI. Wait. Management consulting firm. The niche.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably stay away from management consulting firm, and I'd probably stick with something like, I'd probably stick with management consulting. Yeah. I'd probably go with something like logistics, advertising agencies, something of those sorts, because they have the most money. They are the most kind of eager to automate things. So I would think that would be the best.
So let me take the note. What is the niche?
Okay. Logistics or advertising.
Logistic or advertising. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine. In terms of phases, where are you in the phases currently?
So currently I'm still on the phases 2 because phases 1 is very easy. So I take a lot of notes, a lot of screenshot. I also gather a lot of question. Phases 2, it's easy. It's just mindset stuff. But on the phases 3, it's much more technical. So I think you cannot just listen per videos, but you need to actually doing it, open the LinkedIn and everything. So, but I'm not really finishing the phases 3, just half of it, but I will finish it very soon. I'm just waiting for this solidification actually.
Yeah, so with phase 3, I think the thing I would recommend is obviously we'll teach you how to do cold email, how to do kind of all of those things. The best way, in my opinion, with AI automations.
Yeah.
Are you planning on hiring a freelancer, or are you interested in learning it yourself as well?
I think I want to hire a freelancer because I don't have any technical background to run this AI automation stuff.
Okay. I would suggest genuinely just learning it yourself, because all you need to do, install Claude Code, and you're off to the races. Just build a mini project, go to businesses and say, hey, can I build something for free? All you have to do is prompt Claude correctly, and you can learn that on the job. And then from there, people will be willing to give you work.
Yeah.
You can hire a freelancer. The option is still available for you. I would just personally recommend also learning it yourself, because it is an important skill that you will one day need, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, great. In terms of, let me tell you a few things before I kind of give you the floor to ask questions, right? So we have 4 weekly calls, one with myself, one with Newbie, 2 with Andre, right? The most important thing that you want is to join these weekly calls, as they'll give you a lot of context on what's going on, kind of you'll hear other people's problems, and those are really good, right? So it's obviously really beneficial for you to hear those, to come and hear those problems and solve your own problems, right? Because once you do outreach, you're also going to go through problems. It's very easy for you to just jump on the call and be like, hey, I'm going through X, Y, Z, and someone answering it, rather than just someone saying like, okay, like, you're trying to figure it out on your own. The whole point of having a community is to take as much use of the community as possible, right? In my opinion. So definitely do take advantage of the community that you're in. Other than that, I think that's kind of everything from my side. I want to give you the floor to ask the questions that you need. So feel free to ask me any questions that you might feel.
Yeah, so I want to ask this. I wrote down a question about the company registration. So I mean, regarding my background, so my undergraduate degree is psychology. So I don't have any business like experience, but my parents have a business. So I have family business, but I never really engage with their business. So, but also since I have those background, I also learn a lot of business, but I never have experience of like running like real business in real life, like in the serious way. So in terms of like company registration, I don't have experience in this. So can you explain?
Don't worry about it. You don't need it. When you get a client, then you can focus on it. But everyone has their own kind of company registration in their own country. Legally, I wouldn't be able to advise you on anything.
Okay.
The one thing I will say is don't worry about company registration until you actually have a few clients.
Okay.
For the beginning right now, imagine you're a freelancer, right? A freelancer doesn't have a company, he's just working, right? So just operate under that impression that you're a freelancer, and then once you have costs, companies, etc., then you can think about that.
Okay. Also, about the pricing, because on the phase one, there are a lot of pricing stuff, like the retainer pricing, and then commission-based pricing, like all this stuff. I mean, of course, I have to run the business first and get the client first or whatever, but do you have the best choice about this pricing?
I don't know what you mean, sorry.
So, on the phases one, they have a lot of this like pricing system, like the retainer pricing and, like this pricing list. So what is the best pricing system, do you think,
I think at the beginning it's just, look here, if I were you, hey guys, I'm doing AI automations, I can do it for free, X, Y, and Z. My first thing would be, hey, let me not look at the pricing, or I would focus mainly firstly on proving that I have value. Once you have value, then you can start to see, okay, if I save someone 100,000 a year, the likelihood is they'll be willing to pay me 2,000-3,000 a year, right? You just need to see how much are you solving, how much. You just think about it logically. Most people are like, hey, I'm just going to throw out a number and see what sticks. What you actually want to do is say, hey, what is the most logical explanation here? If he's saving 100,000, how much can I charge him? That would make sense for him. And that's the best way to think about it, right? How much value are you adding to the business?
Okay. So regarding this, okay, so but why okay, so you recommend me logistic and advertising. Can you explain that? Can you explain that? Yeah.
So I think the best thing to do is obviously do your own research on the things, but advertising, they have a lot of freelancers, they have a lot of costs associated, a lot of virtual assistants. If you're able to manage somehow to like kind of just say, hey, listen, I'm going to automate or create agents around the AI systems that you have, then you're probably saving them thousands every single month on AI systems which you've helped develop, right?
Yeah.
So that's essentially the know-how that you're looking for.
Okay.
Right? You need to figure out where they're spending money, where can you save them money with some of the AI implementations that you can do. It's very simple.
Yeah. So, okay. AI automation. Okay. Wait. Let me find another question. Oh yeah. Regarding this, on the phase one, you have the grand niche list or something. I'm not finished reading that file yet because it's have a lot of list. I mean, what is your recommendation about this though, the grand niche list? Because there are a lot of like.
I think the current niche is great, but just look at it in terms of, okay, you want to look at a few key indicators of what niche you want to go after. Is it a growing industry? Is it a shrinking industry? What's their overhead like? Is it a very kind of, are they very AI tech enabled? Those ones you want to stay away from because you have no benefit.
Yeah.
Or is it more kind of just, things of that nature?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of simple. It's not that complicated. It's just that I kind of procrastinate a lot to finish the phase 3, but I think I will walk through it much more attentively, I think. Also regarding so do you think I need to complete these whole videos, like, so phase 3 and then phase 4 and then the sales, I need to complete the whole thing?
Yeah, in my opinion, you need to complete the whole thing because you're still going to have questions and then you're going to come onto the Q&A with more questions. Okay. The set 3 will show you how to generate the leads. Sales modules will show you how to close them.
Okay. What about the call recordings? You don't need to watch this, right?
I would recommend watching a few just to understand how the vibe is with the call recording. I would recommend watching them because if you have access to them, why not watch them, right? Yeah. These are good resources. People ask genuine questions. People on the same journey as you. People who are at different stages. So you can start looking at what are the things that I might need to overcome later on. What are the things that I might need to keep in my head later on, right? Those are things that are going to be really important, and I think those will be very valuable for you to join, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I don't really need to.
I wouldn't say it's a must. No, it's not a must, but it would be an extra bonus if you could.
Yeah. It seems simple, but
go through it, and then once you have questions, we're still available. Like, we're still here. Okay. You can put a question onto the circle. You can join any of the 4. There's a call almost every day. You can join any of those calls, and you can, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you're in very good hands.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. I mean, I think. Okay. So, can I having another one-on-one like this again?
For now, we don't do other one-on-ones, but if you have a problem, just send me a message on my DMs or come to the calls. You can have like almost a one-on-one if you come onto the weekly calls. The reason being is I literally come on the weekly calls and say, hey, who has a question? And you can ask as many questions as you want, and we can have a full discussion. And then you can also send me a message on my DM, and then you can also send me a private thing. So the one-on-one calls is more for the pathway, but then you also have access to us like 3 different ways. So the one-on-one is not too significant when you look at all the other channels, because you're still getting almost a one-on-one on the weekly calls, but you're getting it almost every single day. Then you have access to the DMs, then you have access to our circle, community, and then you have access to the AI automation chat, so it's interesting.
I thought I'm going to ask a lot of questions, but actually,
it's not as many questions as people think, because it's very straightforward. Like, there's still so much work you need to do. The questions are not high level. You still need to ask high level questions. In order for you to ask high level questions, you need to actually go through the content and go figure out what the technicals are. Otherwise, what are you asking? You're just going to ask me hypotheticals. It's better to do it than figure out a problem to ask me about.
That's true.
Anyway, brother,
I think I'm going
to the next call.
Yeah?
I have to hop off to the next call because I have a call right after this. If you have any questions, just feel free to send me a message and we can take it from there. Yeah?
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.